Thank you, and welcome back to Creative Perspectives. I'm Brandy, a transitional life coach specializing in mindful and healthy connections. Today, my topic is going to be on pop-up strikers. I not always reference military style stuff, but to me it's funny. I am a combat veteran. I served 11 years, and then I also have a background in television and in health, wellness, and beauty. So I bring them all together. So anyway, pop-up strikers. Pop-up strikers are pretty much people in our lives who just pop out. Pop out. So it's a pop-up striker. Okay. We all want healthy communication, and we all want healthy connections. And I know for myself, I have 4 people that I could go to that are constants in my life, who I could cry, I could talk, I can share, disclose, and none of my information, it's always been safe with them. So I appreciate that, and they're 4 good friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope I deliver that to them as well. With that being said, we all need that. We all need people who can support us, who can correct us, who can challenge us, and who want the best for us. They're not there to injure, wound, or cause any form of harm. They're really there just for you and your well-being. And I know in our lives, when we're trying to discover and unlock what we're supposed to become in this world, it's important to have a group of people, or a couple of people, or just one person who can offer adequate support without overreaching and or judging your journey, because everybody is in a different path and they're in a different step in their own journey. Some people are still there, they may be in their 40s and 50s and may not really know what they want, and they're trying to discover it. Some people have lived a certain part of their life journey, and then they might be stuck in what's the next chapter of what they're supposed to do, because they've already fulfilled one journey. Now it's time to look at what is the next journey, or what is the next move, what is the next step, what is the next goal that they're supposed to obtain that can make them feel fulfilled, and to be able to offer the same love, support, and bless others in while they're on that path of discovery. To me, it's very important who you have in your life and who you have around you. If you have people that are full of confusion, or full of, who have spirits of confusion, or spirits of hell, or spirits of keeping you held back, or just, they don't have a progressive spirit. They have a complacent spirit. Then it may not work out to have that in your environment while you are working your way through what you're trying to figure out for yourself, okay? Your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, because sometimes you need that balance, mind, body, spirit balance, and you can't be tugged. I look at life like a roller coaster. You have your ups and downs, you have your ups and downs, you have your tragedies, and then you have your blessings, then you have what you contribute, and then you have your lessons, and then you teach others too. So life is just a beautiful, 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 beautiful thing. As long as we look at it through that lens, it's a beautiful thing that brings challenges and rewards based off of us and our decisions, okay? And how we connect with others, because I believe everything that we put out, no matter what your religious belief is, comes back to you. So some people do call it karma. What you put out comes back. Some people call it lessons and blessings. Okay, that works as well. Some people, the sin, how God punishes the sin, or how God rewards the good behavior. Okay, so it's depending on your belief structure. There are different ways of thinking about rewards, consequences, what you project out comes back to you. So some people, when their lives are so messy, they're like, why does this stay messy? Why can't it be better? Why is it always the same? It's because it's the same cycle of what you're putting out. So you're getting it back. So you have to try something different, to come up, have different results. If you keep trying the same thing, definition of insanity, keep trying the same thing, you keep getting the same results. You keep hanging with the same types of people, you get the same results. Now, that doesn't mean the people have to be bad. They could be good, and you can always get the same good results, or you can get the same bad results. It just depends on what you're keeping in your cycle, which is all a choice. It starts with the choice of how you want to live your life. What do you see coming in your life? And if you are at a place where you don't know, where you're just kind of stuck, stand still. Stand still. I remember there was a time when I got back from Iraq, oh, trust me, I felt so crushed. I didn't even know how to feel, because it feels like you lose your emotions. Somebody dies, there's absolutely no emotions sitting. Well, I know for me, there was nothing sitting inside of me. You get what I'm saying? During that moment. So I had to sit up there and pray. What's my next move? And then sometimes you got to stand still and you have to hear God, and you got to allow yourself to be open to hear what God has for you. And you can't do that if your life is cluttered with things, okay? So if you got a problem, you got to probably remove the rest of the issues or prioritize the main one, and then let's get through that first. How can we do that? I'm a big fan of getting on my knees and praying it out to God and asking Him, what do you need me to do? I need you to make this as clear as possible for me so I can release this, okay? And it has worked wonders for me, believe it or not. And it could work for you. And so that's why I'm a big advocate of what I've been through. It's hard for me to discuss on camera because it's not a real person. If I was sitting across from somebody and they were asking me, flooding me with questions, it's easier to go through my life experience, But I've been through a lot. Like a lot of people say, you're the strongest person I know. You've been through so much. Oh my gosh, I would have never thought, blah, 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 blah. And how can I stay this way? How can you keep a loving heart after everything? Because I know what it is and I know what it's not, okay? And that clarity comes from God. You got to know who you are, and you got to know your position in life. And it doesn't matter what comes next, because you already know God's got you. I had to actually, there was a situation that came up with my son, and it felt wrong. And I knew it was wrong, but it's like sometimes people, when they don't like you, they try to project their stuff on your kid and then try to package it up like it's something that's not directed towards something that they don't like. Some people just don't like your light. They're like, I'm miserable, so you need to be miserable, so I'm about to attack. You get what I'm saying? So I had to pray. And then I had to apologize to God, because I was like, all the stuff I've been through in my life, Lord, you've always made every step better after that. You've never left me out in the cold. So I'm not going to worry about my son. I'm going to pray about it, because I trust you. I know what you're going to do. I know the outcome, So I put that in God's hands. And that's kind of how I'm hoping to inspire you to kind of live. Sometimes your burdens have to be placed on what God will do for you. Sometimes we get in our emotions and our feelings and we forget, why do you need to feel that way in the first place? Because God's got it. He had you every single time. He still has you now. And no emotions are needed. So it helped me to kick back, get things into perspective, relax, go to sleep, just, So in our lives, when we're dealing with pop-up strikers are people that come with the intent to strike, but they pop up. So they pop up. For instance, you could be sitting at the table with your family or your children, your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your, whatever. And somebody just all of a sudden calls, and then it the mood and the love and just the peace that you were feeling, somebody's threatening that with that pop-up strike. The pop-up strike is the bad news they just try to throw on you, or the sad stories that keep coming, because underneath it, they can really change the situation themselves. But because they stay in the same cycle, the same loop, not making better choices to have better outcomes, it's still always the same thing. So you're over here living to figure your stuff out, and you're having fun, and then everything's going good. You finally see a breakthrough of some kind, and bam, pop-up striker. Sometimes I do this. Look at the phone. And put that phone back down. And then I continue to do what I do now. So, and it's not an offense. It's just you got to protect your space, protect your home, because when you have the bad day, if you're not careful, you could bring that around your kids, around your wife, around your husband, around your boyfriend, around your girlfriend, around your children, around your nieces and nephews, your friends, your co-workers, whatever it may be. You don't want to project because somebody just projected on you. So you just kind of got to learn who to pick up for, because you don't want that pop-up strike. Another pop-up strike is, say, if you are going through a tragic moment in your life and you've had jealous people sitting around you, envious people, and they've been waiting for you to collapse your kingdom down, sweetheart. Pop-up strike. Hey, oh man, I'm so sorry to hear this. Tell me more. Tell me more. Now, they're not going over there to help you, to send aid your way, or to send love and to pray and to hope that things are going to become better. They're just like, yes, you're going through something. I'm going to spread it and make it seem like you're about to lose anything. Are you really about to lose everything? Absolutely not. It's just something that you're going through in the moment that will pass over you. But their eyes is like, yes, get the stick, get the mic. Hold up, I got my mic, wait. Oh, I got disconnected. Get the mic. Did you hear? Did you hear? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That person, yeah, the roof almost caved in. Yeah. But they're not offering anything for you. Or it could be something as simple as, did you hear? Did you hear? Oh my gosh. Whatchamacallit is about to get divorced. Yeah, girl. Or guy, or boy, because you know men be gossiping too. We be trying to act like it's only women. Men too, honey. That's how they stay interested, keep each other interested. It's not all about sports. Sometimes it's about, hey, yo. Did you hear whatchamacallit's divorce? I'm about to go ask her out, honey. Yeah, her husband put her through some things, but I plan to put her through more things. But yes, baked live fish on the line. So anyway, I like to play, and since I don't have other actors, I can't do like little excerpts. I've seen it on some YouTube channels, but some people, they're not there for your highest good. They're there to create more friction and hell in your life, and some of it is not intended. Sometimes it's where they are in their lives. Okay, some people, depending on their love language, their attachment styles. If you don't know about attachment styles, look it up. And love languages, look them up, because those do play a part. It's all in how we've been raised and what we've seen environmentally. In science, it's environmental factors, meaning the way you saw your parents handle situations. And then a lot of people are like, I'm never going to do it that way. And then you end up doing some things exactly identical when somebody pushes you hard enough. So that's why I'm big on get counseling, because counseling is one of those things where they can help you navigate through a lot of your emotions, your feelings, and give you tools to help you mitigate it when it comes up. I mean, especially when you have triggers and you don't know what those triggers look like. They can help you identify your trigger. Okay, and then they can help you work through that trigger, or just identify it so you're aware of it on your own. So I'm all about that. Okay, so anyway, a pop-up striker. Okay, they're just pretty much gossipers who they have nothing better to do in their lives, and the only thing they can do is, what can I control through gossiping? Whose life can I talk about to cause harm to them, to gossip about them? It's not to help, it's not to bring any type of resolve or comfort to you. It's literally, hey, I got the 411, I got the message, I got the information I was looking for, yes. Or some people call you just to compare to see if their life is going as good or as bad as yours. Those are pop-up strikers. Those are not people who we want to associate with, because it's not real, okay? If we're doing real connections and real friendships and wanting real communication, you can't have the pop-up strikers, okay? Like, okay, they see you buy a new house or you buy a new car, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're there not for the congratulations. They're there to be like, well, how did you get what you got, and why do you got what you got, and why is it so big, why is it so small, why is it this, why is it that? And it's like, you gotta really start asking them these questions. I'm gonna make up a name. Sandy, which bill did you pay at my house last week? Is your goals the same as mine? Which sacrifice did you make in my life or on my behalf that got me to where I am today? Yo, Mike. Yeah, man. Were you there when I had nothing? And then I worked to have what I have right now? Nah, I wasn't there. Well, why you want to know? Why don't you just say congratulations and I like it? I love you guys. I'm trying to not make it boring for you. But pretty much, when somebody is being a pop-up striker, they are definitely not there for your highest good. It's only, how did you get what you got? Why do you have what you have? And then because you have what you have, what can I do to tear it down? What can I do to try to destroy what you have? Some people, when they're pop-up strikers, it can be just to spread things that are completely not okay about you in general. Because it's you threaten their existence by having what you have, which has nothing to do with them. Because if you ask them, what is your life path? Hey, yo. I wanted to be an actor in my day. I'm acting in a play. Okay, well, when you act in a play, you're going to get separate types of income, you're going to have different connections, you're going to have things for that part of what you're trying to strive to become. If you're a football player, a famous football player, or somebody famous, your goals are different, so you're going to have different things. Different industries give you different things. Can you still have the same things? Absolutely. Some people might have 2 or 3 different incomes in order to get it. Some people might have just one income to get it. Okay, some people might have things inherited in their lives that got it, so they don't have to try. But no matter what it is, it has nothing to do with you personally, and it's not your place to. Why did you buy a Bentley? Why do you have 6 bedrooms in your house? You only have 2 people or 3 people in your home. You feel me? Okay, the bottom line is no pop-up strikers. You know, you want people who are going to celebrate your successes, and if they are coming to you to learn, you want them to really be there, okay, for your highest good. Like, okay, how did you do it? Because, you know, I'm really thinking about getting into the same industry as you are, and can you help? You get what I'm saying? That's better, is authentic. It's not, hey, I'm just pissed off you have what you have, and I'm just, because I'm attached to you, I'm associated with you, or I used to be, and people are asking me about it, I want to be able to answer them about what's going on with you. You get what I'm saying? That's not healthy. Because everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own life path. People have their own struggles. There's a big misnomer that just because people are successful, they don't have other issues going on. And we all know that's not true. People have issues, whether it's health issues, relationship issues, financial issues, family issues, friend issues. I mean, there's a plethora of things we could come up with right now. But you need authentic people. No pop-up strikers, like, how would I sound? Okay, this is like, let me think of somebody. I don't like to use famous people, but that's like me calling she's a billionaire. We know who she is. We used to watch her shows all the time. But that's like calling me, why do you have 7 houses? Why do you have all this land in this estate? Why are you doing all these businesses? I mean, it makes me sound like some jealous, envious, hateful, spiteful, or just, it's just not the right energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't want that in your life. If people ask you why, you only got this many, then you have to understand that person may be a pop-up striker. That person may have turned from a friend into a pop-up striker, or from an associate to a pop-up striker. It's nobody's business how or why you choose to live your life the way you choose to live it. That's why there's so many different professions. There's so many different goals. Some people like to golf, some people like to run, some people like to swim. We all have something different that should never be questioned. Okay, as long as it's legit. Now, if it's illegal, go ahead and question it. Like, okay, I see, that don't look right, then that's different, But when we're talking about people legitimately getting their lives glowing up, or coming up, or prospering and progressing, that's what we should want from everybody. Not just for ourselves, but for everybody. Not just for, if I'm successful, I don't want to see you successful. And then because now you're successful, I don't want to talk to you. You get what I'm saying? It's not, we shouldn't have those feelings. That's not the love of God. That's not, when people claim they're Christians, I always, you got to see it in people. Because that is not something you should have sitting inside of you. To me, jealousy is damaging. Envy is damaging. It's dangerous. It offers nothing but dangerous things. To falsely gossip about someone, that's dangerous. Okay? To contact others with the intent to harm a person you don't like, that's dangerous. Okay? To spread lies, that's dangerous. Okay? So we don't want the pop-up strikers, because that's what they're doing. What do I need to know about you in this moment that I could cause harm to you, your name, your family, or anything, Or I just want to be mad and then have my face just stuck like this. Because you're successful, okay? Or because you're on your life path, or because you figured out your goal. We don't want that. We want people who are going to love up on us, make us feel warm, make us feel like it's not a crime to progress. We're not a threat because we're progressing. Those are the people we want. We want the people that's going to nurture the progress, that's going to promote the growth, that's going to want to stand there next to you while you're shining and really, really want the best for you without overstepping or feeling like it becomes a competition of some kind, because it's not. Life is definitely not a competition. You can have all the money in the world and God could take you out over some type of over cancer or a heart issue or just kidney issues or whatever it may be. So we want to love each other and connect in a healthy way, and then to identify people who are like that. And the way you can identify them is just notice. Every time you get something different or new, You may not even disclose it, and then all of a sudden, bam, they're there, like, you bought this? You know, and some people are happy, but for the ones that you know, that's not the case, then you know what they stand for in your life. So, all right, let me think if I have an example for myself. Oh yes, I was disclosing with one of my, I always call him my best male friend, who I've known since 2003. Starts with an M. L. Okay. So anyway, I was just telling him, and you know, he reminded me of how strong. He was like, "You've been through a lot of stuff, Brandy." He was like, "You are like the strongest woman I know," and just he was just telling me in the moment. He's like, "I think you just don't see how much you've been through, you know, because of just how strong I've had to stay, not just for me, but for others as well." So I just told him, you know, like my experience with that was we got hit with the winter freeze. And it's almost as if, people, there was no one really calling to see how you're doing. We didn't need their money, we didn't need none of that stuff. It was like, okay, where were you? And they were nowhere to be found. And it's like, I at least try to call when there's a tragedy or when something's going on and I know of it, you know, to send comfort or warmth, whether it's by text, whether it's a call, whether it's a voicemail, or whether it's just simply, sending prayers, online to them. But it's something, you get what I'm saying? So I did have some people do it, but other people, they were just like, "Oh my God, house is broken down and blah, blah, blah," and then trying to monstrosize it. And it's like, my house is going to be fixed. I got insurance. So it was just the delivery that was not intended to bring warmth and comfort. It was intended to cause harm in that situation and to spread it as if things were so bad, and it wasn't. We're completely good to go. Actually, this is the studio in my home that I built. So, and I'm still building slowly because my house needs have to go before everything else. And, but it's just the intent behind some people's actions that you have to be aware of. If you have any stories yourself, please leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. I'm so appreciative. If you can, take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And just remember, we don't want no pop-up strikers. All they do is go, they drop a dime on a irritated situation, or they drop a dime on if you're prospering to make you feel like you don't need that, or to bring some type of discomfort to you when you're supposed to be enjoying your moment, but they're not allowing you to enjoy the moment because they just want to keep bringing the airstrikes in. With the whys, it's like, just congratulate the person. It's legal, legitimate stuff, so that's cool. And just praise what they have, or if you're not into that, then that's okay. You don't have to say one word, but don't pop-up strike and be like, I'm gonna rain down on your parade. You don't want that. Okay, God bless you. God smile on you. Stay prayed up. We are living in a world where anything is possible in this time of day. Keep trying to find your way. Eliminate and eradicate certain things out of your life so you can be able to stay on your narrow path and to keep your mind, body, your soul, and spirit in alignment with each other. Thank you so much.